I know you have the data analytics skills, but have you ever used this data analytics skill in solving a problem in hospitality industry? If the answer is no, then this video is for you. So in this video, we shall going to build an end-to-end business intelligence project to solve problem in a hospitality industry. So we have this brand called Atlic Grants. So Atlic Grants is a brand that owns different types of hotels in India. So they've been in this industry for the last 20 years. But recently, they've started seeing their market share and market revenue started decreasing. So they wanted to build a dashboard that will help them detect this kind of a problem. And they don't have internal data analytics team. So you assume you are the data analyst who will be given this opportunity to help this particular organization solve their problem. So we shall going to start this project by first of all defining their problem, the problem, and then we will try to explore the data set, and then we do the data cleaning, do the data modeling, and then we do DAX formula to come up with the metrics, and then we build the dashboard. And this is the dashboard that we're going to come up with. So generally, this is just a dashboard for the management. As you can see, it's very straightforward. So let's have a look of this dashboard. So here we have a title of our dashboard, and then you have property name as the filter, and then you have booking platform, month, number. So these are our filters, and then you have key performance indicators. So key performance indicator, they generally show us the overview performance of this organization. As you can see the organization has a total revenue of 2 billion, and also it has a total booking of 135,000, 57.87%. This is the occupancy rate. And then we have cancellation. So this is the cancellation rate, 24.83%. And then we have average rating. So these are the KPIs that they will show us the general performance of the organization. And if you want to dig deeper into the data, now we'll build these visuals. We're going to have total booking by platform, occupancy percentage by day type. As you can see, weekend. Customer prefer weekend, or rather they use this hotel during the weekend. And then we have the total revenue by city and room. And then we have the occupancy rate and average rating by week number. So here we generally try to understand the occupancy rate in each and every week of the year. And then here we have summary of the city, total revenue, total booking, total successful booking, occupancy, cancellation, and average rating. So this dashboard, it will help us to come up with insights. So this insights is what will guide us in terms of providing a recommendation for this organization. So by the end of this video, you will have understood how Power BI, not only how to learn how Power BI work, but also learn the hospitality domain and how we can use business intelligence or data intelligence to solve problem in this particular domain, so which is one of the most important key factor that you need to consider, understanding the domain of particular industry. Yeah, so let's get started from the start. So this is the end-to-end BI project framework. We'll start from requirement gathering, data overview, data cleaning, data modeling, data processing, DAX calculation, dashboard and report development, insights, recommendation, and then we'll finalize with the conclusion. So let's start with the requirement gathering. So requirement gathering is where the stakeholder present a problem statement to the data analytics team. So the stakeholder and the data analytics team, they have a conversation about the problem. The stakeholder present a problem and the data analytics team have conversation with the stakeholders. So after the data analytics team, they've really grind this problem, they've really understood the key pain of the business. Now they will now start looking for the data. So they will try to explore the data of the company, try to understand different sources, where they are located, and how they will pull those data into the relevant BI tools for them to build this kind of solution, like the data warehousing, the data visualization, and so forth. So after they've explored the data of the organization, they will now start do the data cleaning. You know, most of the time, this data in this organization, most of the time they are they're very messy. So it's upon you as a data person or a data analytics person to do the data cleaning and make sure that everything everything in that data is in the right format. So after you've done the data cleaning, you will now move to what we call data modeling. So data modeling is where we shall going to build a data model. A data model basically is when we build a relationship among these tables. So after cleaning our data and making sure that our tables have the right format of data, we shall now build relationship among these tables, where we identify the facts table and the facts table and the dimensional table together with the primary key and foreign key, and then we build a relationship among these tables. After that, we'll do data processing. We'll try to add some layers. For example, if we have a column for profit, if we have a column for, let's say you have two column or one column for revenue and the other column for profit. So we can use that to come up with a column for profit. So that's falling under the data processing. And then you have DAX calculation. This is where we shall going to use the DAX formulas to do calculations such as total revenue, average revenue, and so on. And then after we build these metrics, we shall now start building the dashboard. We shall do the dashboard and report development. And then from this dashboard, we shall going to generate insights. And these insights, they will help us to get the recommendation. After the recommendation, we shall going to write a very simple conclusion about our project. So I think this framework is very loud and clear. Now, so let's move to the problem statement itself. So this is the problem statement that the business stakeholder will present to the analytics team. So the business stakeholder will read this or will present this statement to the data analytics team, and then the data analytics team try to figure out on how they're going to help this business, so in terms of providing solution. So the problem is that there's a brand, it's called Atlic Grants. So this brand owns 5-star hotel across India. So they've been in hospitality industry for the past 20 years. Due to strategic moves from their competitors and in effective decision making in management, the athlete grants are losing its market share and revenue in luxury business hotel category. As a strategic move, the managing director of athlete grants want to incorporate data and business and data intelligence to regain their market share and revenue. However, they do not have in-house data analytics team to provide them with these insights. So their revenue management team had decided to hire a third-party service provider to provide them with the insights from the historical data. So the task here is you assume you're a data analyst, that you've been given this job. So you'll be provided with a sample data and a mock-up dashboard to work on the following task. So your task, first of all, is to create. So first of all, you'll download all relevant documents from the download section, and then your task will now start from creating the metrics according to the metric list, and then you create a dashboard according to the mockup provided by the stakeholders, and then you create relevant insights that are not provided in the metric list stroke mockup dashboard. So basically here you will be required to create the metrics, and then you'll be required to build a dashboard based on the mockup you've been provided by the stakeholders, and then out of that dashboard you will generate insights which will guide you in terms of providing the recommendations. So after this, you will have this one, a business requirement summary. So basically, the objective of this project is basically to use the historical hotel data to regain market share and revenue in luxury business through actionable insights. So you're going to use the historical hotel data to regain the market share in this luxury hotel through the insights. So you're going to use the historical data, you build the dashboard, and then you come up with the insights that will help this organization improve in terms of their performance. So the scope of this project is to create key metrics, build BI dashboard, and then you generate insights that will help improve the performance of the organization. So the stakeholders include the managing director, the revenue team, and the data analyst. So the success of this project is accurate metrics, dashboard approval, and at least 3 actionable insights beyond given metrics. So this is, in short, is the business requirement summary of the whole of this project. So now, since we've understood the business requirement summary, the next step is now to explore the data, as we've discussed in the first session, where you understand the business, and then after that you will do the data overview.